Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Developer Minded SEO. You might come across the Google announcement as user experience is going to be one of the ranking signals from May 2021. So you might work on several page speed tools like GT Metrics, Google Page Speed Insight Tool, Pingdom and so on. So today in this video, I'm going to tell you a 20 list that are actually contributing to your website loading time. So these are the 20 checklists you need to know actually before you getting to fix the page speed issues on your website. So before getting into this video, if you're new to this channel, I'm Ish, search engine marketer, and do you want more videos about technical SEO and page speed optimization? Then don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Let's get into the video. If you want to go through a quick view about WordPress page speed optimization checklist, then head over to developermindedseo.com. There you can get a free checklist ready to download, and I have given the link in the description. The number one thing is you have to check your website hosting provider. What is your website hosting plan, and what is your bandwidth consumption and disk space? If you are a brand new website and you are having little traffic or no zero traffic to your website and you have less media files, then shared hosting might be a good choice. But once your website is growing or you are having lot of media files on your website and you need lots of disk space, then you definitely want to check with your website provider about your bandwidth consumption, disk space, and the number two thing you need to check is your website theme. Your website theme should be user friendliness, mobile friendly, and it should be lightweight. So how can I check whether my website theme is lightweight or not? Simple. First load your empty theme on your website without any codes or any other thing. Load the empty theme on your website and check your page speed insight tool score. If it is 99, you can happily go on with the theme. Otherwise you need to look for the other feature, other themes. So think about your mobile friendliness. If your theme is not supporting mobile friendliness, then you are going to get mobile usability issues using the theme. So check for the theme which is lightweight, user friendly and mobile friendliness. And the number three, content delivery network, that is CDN. So what is CDN? Meaning, if your visitor is requesting a page from your web server, instead of directly serving the page from the web server, it serves the page from the cached version of the CDN. So that is the nearest network to your visitor. So this CDN have a cached version of the main web server and serves the related information to your audience. So it possibly cuts the load on the main web server and it serves the request fast to your visitor. So it themselves has many features like on the fly image optimization, and you can load all of your static files on your CDN. And the next thing is caching plugin. This caching plugin comes with several features like file minification, image optimization, and preloading, prefetching the external resources, and you can even integrate your caching plugin with your content delivery network CDN. So you can this can be helpful in HTTP caching and browser level caching. So this is a very simple way. By enabling and disabling the options on your caching plugin, you can wisely handle page speed of your website. So, but be cautious if you're using two caching plugin at the same time. It might have some compatibility issues or something you will redundantly using the software to use to optimize your website. So when you are using two caching plugin at the same time, be cautious on don't enable the same features on the both the plugins. So make sure to check whether the plugin is compatible for your website theme. And the next thing is image files. So if your the images are the most important assets on the website that contributes to page loading time. So if you're having images on your website, the first thing you need to consider is whether the image is relevant to your content or not. And the second thing is you have to use a high quality images so that it can drive traffic to your website from web image search. And it also helpful in engaging your visitors. And the next thing is use the optimization technique, right optimization technique to use the images on your website. So you can use either plugins or you can optimize on the fly using the content delivery network. So you can also choose the lazy loading option, so you can cut the bandwidth when the image is loaded only when the user is getting into the appropriate viewport. Otherwise, the image will not be loaded and you can save your bandwidth. So these are the important things you need to think about in image optimization. So the next thing is video files. So if you are using videos on your website, you need to think about from where the video file resources. If it is on your local server, compress the videos and use it. But if it is on your third party server like YouTube's or some other server, then use iframes video embeds and enable the lazy loading. And the next thing is GIF files. So if you are using GIF files on your website, convert it into MP4 format. So repeated MP4 format. From because again the GIF file going to take lot of memory space and lots of loading time. So make sure to convert the GIF file into MP4 repeated file. The next thing is file minification. You have to minify your HTML, CSS, PHP and JavaScript file. So there are caching plugins which has the feature of file minification, and you can also done manually using HTML minifier, CSS Nano and Uglify.js to minify your programming code. That is to removing unused code, white spaces, line breaks, comments and so on. And the next thing is web fonts. Similar to images and videos, web fonts, that is the typography, the style you are using on your website is going to contribute to your website loading time. So use minimal styles on your website. Use minimal styles, that is one or two style, one style, that is web font style, and you can use bold options or you can increase the size and you can show the variations, but try to use minimal font style. And the next thing is third party resources. If you are using third party resources like third party video embeds, analytical tracking codes, social media buttons, bots, and video embeds, gravatars, Google Maps, Google reCAPTCHA, and so many things are there. So if you are using third party resources on your website, the first thing is you have 0% control over all these files. You don't have caching control for all these files. So because it is loaded from not from your server, it is loaded from some other server, and it is going to add extra DNS lookup time. So, as much as possible, keep your third party resources at minimal. So, when you're using third party resources, you can use async or differ depending upon the rendering path. You can use async or differ, and you can use prefetch or pre-connect, and you can think about self-hosting the third party resources on your web server. So make sure to keep third party resources minimal as much as possible.